Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news here for you. And the headline of the news reads, Rapes did to Buhari what Senate could not try. See details. Alright, but before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, please, if you've not subscribed to our channel, just click on the bell icon and also on the bell notification, and you'll be getting notification anytime we publish videos on YouTube. Let's look at the news in detail. The House of Representatives has indefinitely suspended the consideration of the $22.7 billion external loan request by the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired. The House has listed the report by its Committee on AIDS, Loan and Debt Management on the 2016-2018 Federal Government External Borrowing Rolling Plan as the last item for consideration on the order paper for Wednesday proceeding. The Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila, however, asked that the consideration be stood down without giving a new date. We will step that down for today, Gbajabiamila said, asking the chairman, Rule and Business, Abubakar Fulata, to move for the standing down. When asked to respond to the indefinite suspension of the loan request by the House, the media advisor to the Finance Minister, Mr. Yunusa Abdullahi, said, "No comment, please." The Speaker on Tuesday had announced that the loan would be considered on Wednesday. He had made these known in reactions to a member of the House, Mr. Henry Nwawuba, who presented a petition by a group of Southeast elite as against the consideration and approval of the external loan. The Senate last week approved the loan, but not without protest from the opposition senators led by the minority leader Anan Eninaya Abaribe. Now, the funding agencies for the loan, according to the Senate panel, are: 1. The World Bank. They will be giving $2.854 billion. African Development Bank will be giving $1.9 billion. Islamic Development Bank will be giving $110 million. Japan International Cooperation Agency will be giving $200 million. German Development Bank will be giving $200 million. Chinese Exim Bank will be giving $17.1 billion, and the French Development Agency will be giving $480 million. Some of the projects to be funded with the loans are the Nigeria Electricity Transmission and Access Project, which will cost about $364 million, Social Inclusion and Welfare Advancement Project, renamed National Social Safety Net Project, which will go for $500,000, and the Economic Reform and Government Project, renamed Fiscal Governance Project, which will incur as much as $200 million. Meanwhile, the Speaker on Wednesday named the committee that will interface with the federal government and other stakeholders on the falling price of crude oil globally. The House on Tuesday had raised the alarm over the sharp fall in the global oil price, noting the adverse effect it will have on Nigerian economy, especially the implementation of the 2020 Appropriation Act. The House has mandated its Committee on Finance, Petroleum and Budget and National Planning to interfere with the executive and report back within 2 weeks. On Wednesday, Gbajabiamila said the House Committee on Appropriation, chaired by Mr. Aliu Batara, should also be part of the interaction, since the crude oil price would affect the national budget and the oil benchmark. At Tuesday plenary, Chairman of the House Committee on Finance, Mr. James Faleka, moved a motion of urgent public importance, warning the virus outbreak causing oil price to fall will frustrate the 2020 budget. Amid tumbling prices of crude oil, the federal government had announced plans to cut the country's 2020 budget. Buhari was billed to get a report on Tuesday on what his regime could do to salvage the 10.59 trillion naira budget. The Budget Review Committee has a primary duty to reassess the $57 oil benchmark for the budget and ultimately recommend an appropriate price size. In another development, the Speaker has set up a panel headed by Mr. Abdurraham Oluwoyi to ensure proper implementation of the 2018 Appropriation Act concerning the National Assembly budget. The House has on February 20 said the federal government owed the National Assembly and the judiciary over 22.5 billion naira from the previous national budget. According to the House, the legislatures and the judiciaries were underpaid to the tune of 1.2 billion and 833 million naira respectively between January and November 2018. All right, that is the news, and we want to look at this. It's really exciting for some of us who, first of all, we had looked at the issue of the loan and we're quite unsatisfied with it. Now, the first dissatisfaction that Nigerian registered was the fact that during the analysis of the breakdown of the loan, it was noticed that the Southeasterners were left out of it. There was no infrastructural project that was built to be carried out in the Southeast, and a lot of persons frown at it. Don't forget that before the budget, before that amount was approved by the Senate, Buhari, who is the minority leader, that's PDP minority leader, frowned at the fact that the Senate President Ahmed Lawan did not give them ample chance to ask questions and did not accept the fact that each of the items on the budget should go through proper scrutiny. And he was supported by the former governor turned senator of Benue State, Suswan. But despite all of that, they had a mini executive meeting where the media were, shut out of it, and they came up and approved it. But even when they wanted to approve it, Buhari had staged a walk out from the Senate plenary. But right now it has come to the hands of the to the House of Representatives, and Gbajabiamila has refused to be a rubber stamp speaker, as he has stood his ground and instead has shifted the review of that request till further notice. This is exactly what Senate could not do. And, with all of this in mind, you realize that at the point that people will be giving more credence to the House of Representatives, though it's been looked upon as a lower house. So for now, the approval has not been offered by the by the House of Representatives. A lot of Nigerians are not really okay with the loan. If you take a look at what we are currently owing, that's our debt index, it's increasing every now and then. Reason being that we are putting all our eggs in one basket. Okay, look at the case of the pricing of the crude oil. Before now, the likes of men like Peter Obi came out clear to tell Nigerians that it is a high time we stop revolving everything about Nigeria, we stop revolving it around crude oil. Crude oil, other countries of the world are they who have crude oil, but they have refused to make it a major source of income, because there are countless things that you can make use of. For example, tourism. Tourism is there and has been bastardized. It has not been really valued, and it can't even make sense again in Nigeria. Why? Because of the rate of banditry, insecurity, kidnapping that is in the country. So there's no way such can really, boom again. And I believe very well that if we have looked beyond crude oil, look beyond oil, Nigeria would have gone very far. Our developmental stride would have been overly recognized, because more monies will be coming into the system. Right now, one of the places that we were targeting was getting to a level where we will commercialize agriculture to the point that we'll be exporting some of the things to other African countries. But right now, it's not going to be possible. It's not even possible, because for almost like 2 or 3 years now, Fulani headsmen have bastardized the environment. They have frustrated the effort of commercial agriculturists from doing what they are supposed to do. Imagine a place that is called Food Basket of Nigeria. Go there now, there's no food again. Reason is because a lot of persons are running away from their farm. Fairly recently, we've heard a case of a man who was a community head of one of the communities in Goma local government in Benue State. He said he's found himself standing watching these guys destroying his melon. A melon that would have, when harvested, would have been as much as 6 bags. By the time that they have finished destroying the plants, by the time they went into harvest it, they could only have 2 basins of it. Now, with the level of insecurity, there is no way we can venture into that. That's why this issue of drop in the prices of crude oil is going to affect this country a great deal. One of the people I pity so much is actually even those who are working for the federal government. Like now, ASU, I don't know who had to wake up and make up his mind to take such decision. For you to go on strike at this point, I can assure you that the federal government will not do anything for them, because right now we are in, call it, financial crisis period. Even the expected amount, the budget was being planned around $59 per barrel. And now the pricing that we are seeing for crude oil is far below 59 naira. It's as low as 30 naira. It has never been like this before. I think the last time was in 1991 when we had this kind of thing. I think at that time there was some little war here and there, So that was when it was affected. So right now the pricing is too low. Even the federal government, central bank, they are considering, devaluing the naira again because of what is currently happening. So even as when I heard they have gone on strike, I just said to them, you are going forever. And even the federal government has said, sorry, I'm not digressing, they have gone as far as saying that if you are not working, you're not going to be paid, because right now we have a lot in our hands. They're trying to see how they can even review the budget to fit in with the current trend of events in Nigeria. So a lot of issues are staying. Why? Because of over dependency on crude oil. So for him to now come up again and say we need to get more loans, guess what? We do not even know where this pricing will get to at a point. If it's going to dive deeper and deeper, because as much as there is no cure for this particular virus, which is everywhere right now, so many things will shut down. Most of the companies that are making use of oil, they're going to stop operation everywhere, and it's going to affect a lot of things. So we don't even know if that $30 benchmark is going to stand. That's why I think virtually everyone should put all they have to make sure that they provide a solution to that virus stuff that is disturbing, the health of virtually everyone and all of that. So looking at this, it's clear that nothing is going to work out. So availing him that money is wrong. Oga, calm down first. Let's put our house in order. Let's see how we can navigate around the resources that are present in the country and see how we can work out things. So thumbs up to Femi Gbajabiamila, who have refused to put himself under pressure and has decided to take a stand, which Ahmed Lawan couldn't stand. I keep wondering what Ahmed Lawan is doing. There is no trust again when it comes to Senate, because a lot of things just pass through as if they are collaborating with the executive to do things just anyhow. Before you go ahead and approve anything, it must have passed through deep scrutiny, so that at the end of the day, everyone will be satisfied that truly we actually reached this consensus together. All right, that's where we're going to leave it. Go to our comment section. Let us interact. What's your position on this decision taken by these guys? I'm talking about House of Rem to postpone the approval of the $22.76 billion loan request by the president, something that the Senate couldn't do. What do you think about it? Please, let's interact in our comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon, so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos on YouTube. Thank you very much, and